Last week, we started our video series by explaining what exactly incrementality is. If you missed that one, I'll give you the 3-second answer. Incrementality is testing. So I guess it's only natural that this week's video focuses on how can I, as a marketer, set up and execute an incrementality test. Well, we also discuss how incrementality tests rely on creating test and control groups, which for advertisers really means 3 options, and I'd like to briefly cover all 3 with you here today. The first, and one way that many marketers probably have likely run an incrementality test, is by using testing offered by media platforms themselves. Now, historically, there's been a lot of variation in the quality, the methodology, honestly, whether a media platform even offered incrementality testing at all. Beyond that, though, iOS 14.5 really exposed the challenges with relying on these as a marketer. Many of them outright broke, and some haven't recovered. I'll keep it simple here. You may be able to use in-platform tests, but certainly not without independently verifying the results on a pretty regular basis. The second type of incrementality test is a customer incrementality test. Many marketers engage in this type of testing, especially if you have a large list of previous purchasers, a meaningful repurchase rate, and marketing spend on customer retention. It probably sounds familiar to the catalog and direct mail advertisers out there. You take a subset of your mailing list and withhold mail. That's the control group. You then compare the conversion rate of your control group to your test group, those that receive the mail. Today, this approach isn't just about direct mail. It can be used across all of your retention channels, including email, SMS, social media, and of course, direct mail. This is by far the best way to test the incrementality of your retention marketing, so long as you're very careful to control for things like brand affinity and purchase history when designing the tests. The third way to execute an incrementality test is through matched market testing. Matched market tests are great because they solve some real applied problems for marketers. In fact, marketers can independently run these types of tests for any geo-targetable media, in part because they aren't reliant on user-level tracking. It's especially good for paid search, shopping, as well as most of your mid and upper funnel prospecting tactics. The most important thing to note with matched market tests is that they can be very difficult to do well. First, test and control markets need to be selected very carefully based on historical sales data. I've seen approaches that more or less randomly split the country in half, which is a pretty messy, expensive, and inaccurate way to perform matched market testing. Second, many marketers interpret matched market tests using what's called a pre-post analysis, basically looking at the change in sales during the test period compared with the pre-test period. I strongly advise against using this method. At Measured, we've done thousands of matched market tests, and we've shown pretty convincingly that building a counterfactual prediction for your test markets is a much more accurate way to measure the incrementality of matched market tests. So to conclude, there are 3 ways that marketers can run incrementality tests: in media platform incrementality tests, customer incrementality tests, and matched market incrementality tests. If you're looking to build a complete incrementality testing practice,